Hello, my dear students. Today we will start with a new topic, trade. First, we will learn introduction. The overall development of every economy is an outcome of proper functioning of trade. And you all know that trade plays a vital role in the economy of every country. We will learn meaning first. What is trade? Trade refers to buying and selling of goods and services with an object of earning profit. Dear students, in trade what we do? Buying and selling of goods and services. And why we are doing buying and goods and services with an object to earn profit. So trade is nothing but buying and selling of goods and services with an object of earning profit. Then types of trade. In our last lecture we learned that basically there are two types of trade, home trade and foreign trade. Then home trade is also known as internal trade, domestic trade, and foreign trade is also known as external trade or international trade. Clear? Then again, internal trade is divided into two parts, wholesale trade and retail trade. Dear students, what is internal trade? Internal trade is nothing but the trade which is carried within the political boundaries of a country is known as trade. Then it is further divided into wholesale trade and retail trade. First we will learn wholesale trade. What is wholesale trade? When goods are purchased in large quantities from the manufacturer or producer for the purpose of resale to retailer, it is known as wholesale trade. Dear students, already we have completed this in my last lecture. Clear? So wholesale trade, you all know what is a chain of distribution, manufacturer, producer, then afterwards wholesaler, then retailer, and afterwards consumers. Clear? So wholesale trade is what? Wholesale trade is nothing but in this trade what we are doing, we are purchasing large quantity from where? From manufacturer, and we are selling this to retailer. Clear? We are selling this to retailer. This process is known as wholesale trade. Then definition. According to Philip Kotler, what is wholesale trade? Wholesaling includes all activities involved in selling goods or services to those who buy for resale or for business use. That means wholesaling includes all those activities. There are many activities, right? For example, assembling, grading, packing. Clear? So wholesaling includes all those activities involved in selling goods or services to those who buy for resale or for business use. This was the definition which was given by Philip Kotler. Then we will learn features one by one. Number one feature. A wholesaler purchases goods from the producer in large quantity. You all know that in chain of distribution, number one person will be producer or the manufacturer. So ultimately a wholesaler purchases goods in large quantity from producer. The number two point, wholesaler deals with one or few type of goods. Clear? For example, basically in retail shop we can see many product in a shop, but if I'm talking about wholesaler only deals with one or few types of goods. The number three point, a large amount of capital is required in this business. A wholesaler spend large amount of capital as he purchase in bulk quantity, so that is why large amount of capital is invested or required in the business. The next point, the manufacturer can get direct information about market through wholesaler. Clear? How? Because wholesaler purchases goods from producer. and wholesaler sell these goods to retailer, and retailer are the person who sell goods to the consumer. So whatever the demand of consumer will be there, consumers will tell to retailer, and ultimately retailer will going to tell this to wholesaler. Clear? The next point, a wholesaler sells the goods to the retailer as per the requirement. The next point, a wholesaler performs a marketing function like assembling, warehousing, transporting, grading, packing, advertising and financing. So all these are the features of wholesaler. The next point is what are the services of wholesaler given to manufacturer? Number 1, large purchase. That means wholesaler purchases goods in large quantity from the manufacturer and sell it to retailer by collecting order from retailers. Then second point, storage. A wholesaler has his own storage facility which he uses to fill the time gap between production and consumption of goods. That means storage facility. The next point, transportation. A wholesaler uses his own transportation to deliver the goods from the place of production. The next point, financial assistance. A wholesaler is ready to pay the amount in advance to the manufacturer, which can help the manufacturer to produce goods within short period. That means financial assistance is given to the manufacturer. Then provide market information. Manufacturer can get the updated information from the wholesaler like market condition, demand, etc. Then risk bearing. A wholesaler takes a risk in his business by financing and storing large quantity of goods. And last is marketing function. A wholesaler carries various marketing functions like warehousing, advertising, sales promotion, etc. The next question is services to retailers. What are the different services given by wholesaler to retailer? Stock of goods. All the stock of goods is supplied by wholesaler to the retailer. Then regular supply. Whenever the retailer demands for the product, then that demand is fulfilled by wholesaler by giving or by supplying regular goods. Then next, risk bearing. The wholesaler bears the risk of price and market fluctuations. Large stock of goods, therefore retailers are free from this risk. The next is financial support. Wholesaler provide financial support by way of credit facility, discount, etc. Next point is market information. All market information, variety of information about market condition of different product. This information is regarding new product, variant product, etc. Sometimes wholesaler guide retailers about when to buy and how to buy. And last is sales promotion. A wholesaler does advertisement and also promotion of the goods which can help the retailer to increase the sale. So that's all, my dear students. Today we have started with topic number 2. In that we have learned internal trade, and in that internal trade we have completed features of wholesale trade, definition, then meaning, then services, various services given to manufacturer and retailer. Thank you.